Hello guys, in this video I will show you the way I make my technical analysis for cryptocurrencies. You will see that it is a very basic technical analysis. What I am using to make it, it's tradingview.com. This page you can make any drawing on the charts and it's free, so that's very nice. So first of all, when you are in tradingview.com, you can select the pair. Okay, when we go to tradingview.com, you will be like this, and then you can select here the ticker. For example, you can select Ethereum, ETH, USD. Ethereum, it's a cryptocurrency. You can go to here and then you go to interactive chart. You will have here the interactive chart. You will see here that I have already drawn some lines here. I drew already some lines, but we are not use this one. We are going to use a different ticker. We are going to use Litecoin, which is another important cryptocurrency. Litecoin is LTCUSD, and here you can select any broker. For example, Kraken, Bitfinex, Coinbase, any of this is okay. It doesn't matter. The price of the cryptocurrency may vary a little bit, but not too much. So, for example, here I will select maybe Bitfinex. Okay, now that I have Bitfinex, I have my naked chart. The naked chart where you only have your candles and without any drawing. So we're going to start to add some drawings and indicators to make the technical analysis. It is important to say that to make a technical analysis, this technical analysis should be very obvious. What does that mean? That any other trader in the world are watching the same thing that you are watching in the chart. So if you are doing something very complex, very difficult, nobody else will see the same thing that you are seeing on the chart. So the price won't react the way that you are expecting. So the most important thing is that this analysis needs to be very obvious for everybody. You will see what do I mean when I say very obvious. Okay, I make three things to make a technical analysis. One is to draw my trend lines, second, my pivot lines, and third, my indicators. It's not very complex. You may think that it's something very complex, but not. It's really easy. Let's start. First of all, as I told you, it's the trend line. The trend line, here in the left menu of your trading view, you can select this and trend line. The trend line, you can change here the colors, the thickness, and everything. So in order to draw a trend line, you need to select a very significant point. Let's take this all-time high here, and then we draw this way. The most important thing here is that the trend line needs to touch at least two significant points. Here is 1 and here is 2. This is very obvious, so anybody can see this. It's very obvious, that's why it's a very important trend line. Okay, let's draw another trend line. Let's draw this one. Okay, the bottom trend line, we can select this point that will pass through this point. Okay, we have it here. Yeah, look, this one. We have 1 point here, 2 points here, and several points here. Here, the trend line was reacting as a support line. So you see how the price react. What we are looking with these trend lines is to know that at these specific points, the price will react. For example, here, you can see how the price react. And anytime it touch, boom, react. Here again, it reacts like a support level. Okay, let's try to find another trend line. This one. Okay, maybe this one. Yes, this one. Okay, you have this point here and several points here. Yeah, I think that's it for trend lines. Those are very obvious, and we don't try to overcomplicate things, so we are good with that. Second thing that we are going to do is to draw our pivot lines. The pivot lines are just horizontal lines that follow the same principle, that need to touch at least 2 points. So let's start with let's say this one. Yeah, this one we have here 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, 4 points, several points. It does not need to be perfect. It's just an idea of 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 a zone. You see how the price react here when touch this pivot line. It reacts to the penny exactly in that point. Reacts here again, here also, and here also. So it's very important pivot line. Let's try to find another one. Okay, I see this one. Yeah, you have here 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, 4 points, 5, 6, 7. So we have several important points here. Let's try to find another one. You can draw as many as you want. There is no limit. So just as I told you, those levels needs to be obvious for everybody. So I think this one is quite obvious. This one, yes, you have here several points, and also here is not perfect, but it's okay. So you have those levels there. I think, look here, this one, it's important as well. This one, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we are currently here in this level. So just when the price reached this level, it bounced back down. So I think we can keep drawing more pivot lines, like this one, for example. Yes, I like this one. We have 1.2, 3 points, 4 points, 5 points. So also it's important to tell you that I'm using the daily time frame. So this is very significant time frame, the 1 day time frame. It's very important. You can make the same analysis with different time frames, but the 1 day time frame is, let's say, the most important for the daily analysis. Okay, let's try to find last one. Okay, I can see this one here as well. Yeah, this pivot line, look here, 1 point, 2 points, 3 and several points here. This, you see how important was this level. It was the combination of a trend line and a pivot line, everything together. So we are there. And also look here, this one, very, very important level. Look. Okay, so I think we are done with our pivot lines, our trend lines. Those levels is where we can expect some price reaction. And okay, the third thing that I do when making my technical analysis is to add my indicators. I only use the exponential moving average. I do not use anything else because I have found that if you overcomplicate your analysis, it's not so good. So I try to use just the basics. So for me, exponential moving average, it's a very used indicator. Many traders in the world use this one. So I use 3 different exponential moving average. Okay, first one is the 200 exponential moving average. I'm just going to modify here 200 moving average. I put it on yellow normally, and I make it thicker so I can recognize it. Then I use the 100 moving average. It's the 100 moving average here, and I try to make it thicker as well. Okay, that's okay. And last but not least is the 20 moving average. Let's make it this way, 20 moving average. You just need to click on the line to change the properties. So just click here and you will change the properties so you can customize. That's it. Basically, that's what I need, what I use in order to make my technical analysis. It's look how the price react to the 20 moving average. Every time the price touches the 20 moving average, it reacts here. For example, touch, bounce back down, touch, bounce back down, and here it touch, bounce back up. And it's very, very obvious how the price react to this green line, which is the 20 exponential moving average. And here we are reaching we reach a very important level, which was the combination of pivot line, trend line, and all the exponential moving average. That's what you have here, the consolidation period, where the price did not go up nor down, so it was several days on the same price range. So what it's important to say is that when you are reaching an important level like a trend line, pivot line, or exponential moving average, you will expect the price to react. So for example here, look how the price reacts so aggressively when it was the crossing between the two exponential moving averages. So that's it. So by now it's what I'm using to make a technical analysis. Of course, in order to define the right entry and the right exit point, I make some little bit more analysis, but I think I will explain that in another video. But this is the basics. If you learn how to read this, the exponential moving average, the trend line, and the pivot lines, that's the most important thing that you can start doing. So um, I think that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye bye.